What is up, everybody? Turboverse TV here today. So it doesn't surprise me to this day how Sony fanboys in that everyday pursuit on trying to make Xbox look bad, they have to resort to lying and spreading propaganda about Xbox because apparently there's a quote that is floating around where there's no sources. When people ask this guy for the source, they can't provide any sources about this whatsoever. So quite fascinating that these guys will be reduced to just lying, making Photoshop quotes and articles about how Xbox is doing so bad at what their employees think about the different services. Because apparently they're using this quote from Aaron Greenberg about how Xbox just doesn't deliver quality games, but just they focus on just giving you as much games as possible. So this is what they're trying to push up here. But let's read the exact quotes that they said that this guy said. So he said that Aaron Greenberg, head of Xbox marketing, spoke about the success of the Xbox Game Pass subscription service. When people are hungry, they don't want to taste, they just want to put anything in their mouth to satisfy their need. This is how the service works. So pretty much saying that it's quantity over quality for Xbox Game Pass. They're trying to push the narrative that Game Pass is just trash, which is just bringing a lot of trash, or Game Pass fodder, as some people like to say. When that is not true, a lot of highly acclaimed games have been on Game Pass. Even the most recent game they just added, As Dust Falls, is getting great reviews, and that's a game they just added recently. So this notion, you would think this notion would have been dead that Xbox just released low quality games, but they have to keep going for that same message or same BS narrative. When it's like they're constantly putting high quality games on Game Pass. I remember back to a point where people were saying like the Game Pass is just destroying Game Pass. Subscription services are not the way. Until Sony got their subscription service, the PS Plus tiers, and now it's PS Plus is better than Game Pass. It's the new narrative they're going with now. So just kind of odd. It's just the lengths they'll go to say Xbox just sucks. When it's like this nobody can find the source for this quote. The source might as well be "trust me, bro" at this point, because this sounds like this is some made up BS. I don't see a Xbox executive making this type of statement, so it just seems like some fake BS that they are pushing as a true narrative. So let's see what people are saying about this. A little suspicious if he actually said this, but assuming he did, I would say no side is better in that regard. Would as many play straight if it wasn't on PS Plus? Eating The Last of Us leftovers in the microwave because you're really waiting for God of War. I need to read the whole thing. No way. That's the full context of what he's saying. No freaking way. LOL. PlayStation fanboys think Xbox in the Xbox One era, Xbox Series X will become like Xbox 360 era. COD Starfield as Xbox Series X exclusives, etc. Okay. Yeah, it's obvious this is definitely not the Xbox One generation. Like it's not. It's 9-day difference between this and Xbox One generation. So the fact that no one asked for the source, yeah, is very sus that nobody asked for a source for this article. Just believing this nonsense. Can't find an article that states that quote. What's the source? Yeah, it's probably fake. Yeah, no S is fake. It's definitely fake. No way that is real. So they purposely not giving gamers games for Game Pass. That's crazy. You have a person that says they're enjoying Game Pass. What's the source of this quote? There is no source. There's no source of this quote. They're just making up BS. The source is "Do trust me." Yeah. Spoken like a true bot. Meanwhile, Sony guys are playing a cat game, so okay. I think y'all just taking anything y'all can right now at this point. Um, I love how those Sony guys are just believing this. They look at all these guys actually believing this quote with like no sources. Like really, like why would any executive say this about any? Just forget that it's even Xbox. Why would any executive just say that about their product? Any employee say that about their product? Nobody would say that. But you think that this Xbox executive said that? These guys are super gullible. As long as it results to being Sony good and Xbox bad, they would literally believe anything at this point. You don't gotta have no sources and no no actual verifiable people on Twitter. You can just believe it'll just believe anything at this point. Constant people just asking where's the quote from. The guy never responds back to us. That's even more interesting. Like people want to know where's this quote from. The guy never responds back to where the quote is from. So you can tell this is made up BS. I would be surprised if the Xbox community say anything against this statement, expecting a lot yes men and Game Pass cap. Wow. Yeah, the fact that this guy thinks this is real is comical. Yeah, because like I said, the Sony guys will believe anything as long as it means that Sony is good and Xbox bad. They will believe it with zero sources. Yeah, constant people are asking an apply a source, please, and this guy just goes silent. Like he doesn't see the same response. People ask for resources for this statement right here. Um, That's all subscription services are, though, really. Well, that's not true. It's like, if that is so true, then how did Xbox win Publisher of the Year from Metacritic in 2021 if that is the true statement? It's like all those games were released on a subscription service, and most of them were highly rated, so it's not true. Even their executives know, but these bots are still in denial. I find it comical, like the other guy said, that these guys actually believe the statement. uh, okay, so he finally names a source, and I don't know Spanish, so I don't know what this says, so whatever. The hell, let's see. But this isn't even like a verifiable. They don't no check mark regardless. So I don't know. It seems like this is just made up BS right here. To be in all honesty, the sources I made it up. Yeah, pretty much. uh, he's basically saying that people will just eat crap. Game Pass summed up. Right? Got y'all Peppa Pig and Paw Patrol. Sounds about right. But the Sony guys are bragging about the cat game right now, where you get the claw on the couch and use a litter box or whatever. But, Peppa Pig and Paw Patrol, that's the big issues right now. At least those games were aimed for small children. These guys are playing Stray right now and bragging about that game. Like, come on. Like, if Stray was Xbox exclusive, they would have the same energy, put in the same category as Peppa Pig and Paw Patrol. But because it's a Sony exclusive, they're actually bragging about this game and hyping it up. Like, really. Ponies are down so bad they gotta dig up FUD about Xbox in foreign languages. Source, believe me, bro. Yeah, if Xbox is that bad, then why do you have to make up false? Why do you have to make up false BS? Why do you have to make up lies about the company and what the executives are saying? That's so bad. Couldn't you use actual real world like bad events or bad news about the company? He deadass just called his service S facepalm. Yeah, it's not a true source. This is made up. This is how propaganda spreads. You got one fanboy, they put this quote out there and say that the executive said this. Now you got all these other people believing this nonsense. And it's like, that's how you push false propaganda. Like, it's just ridiculous. Because look at how many people actually believe this guy nonsense with this quote. Like, it's just insane. Wow, made up quotes are post worthy now. Talk about scrapping the barrel. Yeah. That cat game didn't hold them over for too long. That's why they probably make up false propaganda at this point. Like, really? Like, how down bad do you have to be to make false quotes about Xbox executives, about executives in general? Like, it's just like they really don't got nothing to do right now, to be honest. Jeez. Where did Xbox touch you? Yeah, what did Xbox do to make this guy make spread some Photoshop quotes, Photoshop quotes at this point? Just making S up again. Yeah, apparently they are at this point. What are like? Just these comments are so comical. Like it's just so ridiculous. All the pony Xbox narratives are this. They're just making up stuff now. Yeah, apparently at this point they're just making up stuff right now. So yeah, I'm gonna conclude it, but I want you to get a good sense of how propaganda can spread so easily because all these people, like at least like over like 50 people, almost like around 50 to 100 people commented on this, and vast majority of them think this is an actual real quote. So that is how quickly you could spread propaganda on the internet by having zero sources whatsoever. You could just spread propaganda like that. So, like I said, there's no source. This is completely ridiculous. This is made up Sony fanboy BS. They're making up narratives by Xbox executives because they have nothing to do right now. They played that 3-hour cat game and now they're done. They're bored, so they're making up BS. So just ridiculous that these guys are doing this. It's like you would expect better, but nope. This is what the Sony fan base is reduced to at this point. So definitely want to see your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.